Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. Hondaland Hyundai of Uniontown. The Krisner Dental Offices. Sandy Howell Notary Services. The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood. Russ Playhugger, local Allstate Insurance Agent. Thurby's Riverside Ford Sales. Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty. Ted Silva and Son, Body and Fender Repair. SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health. Joby's Golf. M&R Transit. Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop. Shop and Save, Walnut Hill, Uniontown. The C. Harper Auto Group. The Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes. Watson Mundorf LLP. NovaCare Rehabilitation. Target Safety Solutions. The Gates Funeral Home and Crematory. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Gary's Auto Sales. Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak. The North Union Township Recreation Center. Matt and Lexi George. Attorney Vincent Teaberry. George Dental Associates. Uniontown Detailing. Casey Sports Cafe. Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown. The Ratcliffe Law Firm. Jeff Dennis at Remax Select Realty. Movement Physiotherapy. Ford of Uniontown. State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer. Potter's Bar and Grill. Stewart Collision, and by Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS.
From Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live. This evening, the 3-9 Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the 7-4 Albert Gallatin Colonials. Laurel Highlands looking for the first conference win of the year. Albert Gallatin 2-2 in conference play. John Smith in his second year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Spencer Mackey, the West Virginia grad, in his first year as the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser tonight. Carl Childs behind the camera, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our graphic sponsors tonight, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak and Sandy Howe Notary Services. And Gary, another big night of high school basketball here on WMBS. Uniontown at Gateway tipping off at 7:30 tonight. That game both on the radio and on Facebook Live with Josh Scully and Tony Hanola. And we have this matchup between two Fayette County teams. Laurel Highlands hosting Albert Gallatin.
You're right, Brian. It's been very fun so far this season. And as you said earlier, the Mustangs looking to try to pick up a first conference victory here this evening against, and then Albert Gallatin looking to add to their conference victories of 2 so far in the middle of the pack. But you have had a lot of the Laurel Highlands games so far this year, and they've been competitive throughout the season, just not finding a way to finish in most of the games that they've played, and especially in the conference, they were right in the games that they've had so far and just can't finish. But playing against a crosstown rival, Albert Gallatin Colonials tonight, we're expecting a pretty good crowd. The weather's kind of settled down a little bit, although the one of the biggest cheers we've heard and probably will hear tonight from the cheerleaders is when they announced a 2-hour delay for Laurel Highlands for tomorrow, so that's already in place.
And you look at the Mustangs, you mentioned the close games all season. Friday, an example of that. The Mustangs trailed Franklin Regional 24-23 at halftime. Scored only 5 points in the third quarter as the Panthers pulled away, winning 59-54. Just hard to believe, Gary. It's been almost 2 years now since Laurel Highlands has won a conference game.
You just can't have those lulls in the middle of the game, especially in the third quarter when it appears like you're in the game and then you dig yourself a huge hole, and it's very difficult to come back in those situations, and that's what the Mustangs have been facing pretty much all year. So Albert Gallatin has been competitive, and I did see them play Uniontown earlier this year, and obviously Uniontown's a juggernaut, but they do have some good athletes. New coaching staff in here for Albert Gallatin has them playing very aggressive defense, and it's going to be another challenge for the Mustangs here this evening.
And they had a tough loss on Friday, falling to Gateway 60-42. But as you mentioned, a pair of conference wins over Penn Trafford 43-42 and McKeesport 63-50. So they sit at 2-2 in conference play. And you look at this rivalry between these two Fayette County schools. Laurel Highlands had actually won 8 straight over Albert Gallatin before the Colonials swept the Mustangs last year, winning 73-63 here at Laurel Highlands on January the 5th. And 82-54 at Albert Gallatin on January the 30th. And I'm sure the Mustangs would love to pick up their first conference win of the season tonight against another local foe.
And Albert Gallatin, looking at that lineup, it's somewhat of a depleted lineup since the beginning of the year, Brian, with only 9 players now on the squad. Got to wonder how that's happened or why that's happened, but they still have their starters and a strong bench. But when you drop down to that many players, it's really hard to even practice.
Yeah, just dressing 9 tonight. Jason Jackson, their leading scorer, averaging 21 points a game. As we said, should be a fun night of basketball. We have Albert Gallatin and Laurel Highlands tipping here at 7:30. Uniontown and Gateway also tipping at 7:30. We'll get a preview of that game with Josh Scully and Tony Hanola when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated approximately 300 civil and criminal trials, some of which aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, 724-425-1162, or email tommyschaefer@hotmail.com.
Chris Parker Jr., Santa's gone. The year is ending. What's happening at Auto Land?
Santa may be gone, but winter weather and the Hyundai Getaway sales event are still here. It's a great time to purchase that all-wheel drive you've been wanting. Plus, Autoland's year-end sales event means great dealer incentives on every vehicle sold this month.
I'm listening.
Each vehicle has $500 to $4,000 off, such as $4,000 off a 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe all-wheel drive with third-row seating when you finance with HMS. Or take advantage of 0% financing for 48 months on Santa Fe's and Tucson. You can also lease a 2025 Tucson SC all-wheel drive for $269 per month. Just see us for details.
Plus Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and 3-year, 36,000-mile complimentary maintenance with every new Hyundai purchase. Autoland Hyundai, 25 East Fayette Street, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
Happy holidays from all of us at Autoland Hyundai, where you always pay less to drive the best.
Hello, folks. Joe Walk is here, the proud owner of Dome's Lawn Care, LLC, since 2021. We're family-owned and family-ran, so when it comes to finances, we understand. We're small enough to care, big enough to make a difference. So give us a call this spring for all your lawn care needs at 724-570-1224. We would be proud to have you as our customer. Again, that's Dome's Lawn Care at 724-570-1224.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua Scully and Tony Handula here with you tonight from Monroeville, Pennsylvania at Gateway High School, where the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Gateway Gators are just about 40 minutes away from tip. This is the pregame show brought to you tonight by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. We also want to thank our video stream sponsor tonight, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown, and Mom Maruka's Pizza. Tony, we've got two really interesting dynamics to this matchup between the Red Raiders and the Gators. One sort of from each perspective. We'll start with the Red Raiders one first. This Gateway Gators team has beaten two opponents within 5A Section 1 that the Uniontown Red Raiders are soon going to see, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and of course the Raiders take to the road 1 week from tonight to take on Franklin Regional. So maybe the Uniontown Red Raiders, after playing tonight's game against the Gators, have a good idea where they match up against those other two teams.
Well, should have a pretty good idea. This is going to be a tough game for the Red Raiders. The Gateway's got a little size underneath in Bruce McCrum, and the thing of it is, you got to play a good game inside, especially on the Red Raider end of it, because, we saw them struggle offensive rebounding-wise against Aliquippa a couple weeks ago. They beat McKeesport the other night and did a real good job bouncing back. But you know what? They got to worry about that inside play today and kind of keep McCrum a little quiet.
And the Gateway Gators have only suffered one loss in the section. That one loss was to Greater Latrobe back on December 13th, 75-71. But this Gateway Gators team has played some very good competition and has really done a good job, even outside of their section, going toe-to-toe with some very good basketball programs. Now, looking at it from the perspective of Gateway, Tony, this is a Gators team that is maybe trying to figure out where it fits into this section. The Uniontown Red Raiders so far have done a pretty good job of working their way toward the top of the section. They have not lost in 5A Section 1 yet. The Gateway Gators here may be able to test themselves a little bit and see how they go against this Red Raider team.
Well, you figure if you get a win here against the top number one team in the section right now, you've got a pretty good feel for where you're at. Plus, you're going to be tied for the section lead pretty much as the season comes to the halfway point in section play. So it is a big game for Gateway, and really they can make a statement here tonight.
The Gateway Gators, of course, are coming in off of a loss out of the section against Cumberland Valley, 51-42. They did most recently win a game against the Albert Gallatin Colonials, and prior to that, at the very tail end of the holiday break, they suffered a loss at the hands of Greater Johnstown. We heard Uniontown Red Raider head coach Rob Kaczmarski mention a few weeks ago how valuable these wins are in the section when they're on the road. They're coming down here to Monroeville tonight, and a really neat-looking court, too, Tony. Those joining us on the live stream have probably already taken a good look at this floor, but it's very distinct. It has the gray and sort of a tan tone to it, and a really nice Gateway Gator bursting right through the wall on the right-hand side of the gym here at Gateway High School.
Yeah, it's a nice complex, a really nice complex, and I'll tell you what, like I said, I'm sure they're going to be ready to go, especially against a good Uniontown team. And it's one of those things, like we mentioned here, Josh, if they get a win tonight, they tie for the section lead, about halfway through the year. So that's a good point for them right there. So I'm sure they're going to be gunning for the Red Raiders, and I'm sure they're going to have to be on their toes.
Tony, you made a really good point just a moment ago when you spoke about how well this Uniontown Red Raider team did against the McKeesport Tigers at home. Sort of a bounce-back win after that difficult game against the Aliquippa Quips. And what I really liked about that game, and I think you'll agree with this, Uniontown benefited from their top players statistically so far. Calvin Winfrey, Notorious Grooms, they played great. And you do get the feel from the Red Raiders that when those starters are on, the Red Raiders are a very difficult team to beat.
Oh, no, I definitely agree with you. And I think, to be honest with you, that Aliquippa game might have been a little wake-up call for them. They had beat a good Abington Heights team the night before, came in against Aliquippa, and I'll tell you what, Aliquippa was firing on all cylinders. Brian and I did that game, and it was one of those things where Uniontown at that time almost looked a little tired or whatever, but maybe a good wake-up call like mid-season here for them just to kind of get them in the groove and get them ready for section play.
The Uniontown Red Raiders do anticipate a very special matchup later this week. Uniontown will take on the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on January 10th. Of course, there's no overlooking this Gateway Gators team, as Tony pointed out. This is a good inside team, and this is a team in the Gateway Gators that have played some very good competition to a very high level so far this season. We want to thank our pregame show sponsor again tonight, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, who got us ready for tonight's game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And, of course, our video stream sponsor again tonight, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown, and Mom Maruka's Pizza. Thank you very much. We have another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS coming up for you in just about 35 minutes. Two great basketball games, the Albert Gallatin Colonials and Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Gateway Gators and the Uniontown Red Raiders. Both of them will be available via Facebook on our live stream, and you'll be able to hear the Gators and Red Raiders right here on WMBS in just about 35 minutes. You will hear us then.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Simpson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458. 729.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Brian Rozak back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show. High school boys basketball on WMBS tonight. Gateway hosting Uniontown. Laurel Highlands at home taking on the Albert Gallatin Colonials, being joined now by Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Gesmarski. And Rob, your Red Raiders coming off of one of your more dominant performances of the season on Friday night against McKeesport.
Yes, we knew it was a home court section game, and we were 3-0. We were trying to be 4-0, and the kids just did an excellent job. They were really focused. Got to the gym at like 3:15. The kids just were. They moved the ball so well. We made shots, but it was a total team win, and it was a really good game because McKeesport was playing a lot better lately.
Well, you have Gateway tonight. We saw the Gators actually when you were playing up at Geneva College, and you mentioned to me that this Gateway team could present some matchup problems for you.
Yes, they are. They have a 6'6" kid. Not many teams that will play any time this year has a kid as big as the kid number 40 for them. It's a really good player, but number 12 is probably one of the better players in the section, if not the WPIAL. And they have some scrappy guards that look to shoot and drive and dish the ball. So we know they're going to be ready to play. They have one section loss. They lost to Latrobe at home. So if they want to be one of the highest section teams, they have to protect home court. We want to get another victory. We won 2 really big section games away, and if we can get this would give us maybe a 2-game lead on Gateway, and still a 1-game lead on Latrobe, who won a 3-point game Saturday. So we're watching what everybody else does, but we know our kids are excited to play on this court. Tori and Kyle were talking about this. They used to be ball boys when we went there. Everybody's excited to play on this court here. It's beautiful. It's like a playoff-style court, so this hopefully maybe we'll get a couple playoff games at Gateway. So we're ready to go, and we have them scout as well, and the kids are ready for it.
And as you mentioned, a nice opportunity. You get a win here, you can actually set yourself up with a little cushion in the section going into the second half of the section season.
Yes, and if you look at that, too, I mean, we talk about, and I just was honest with the team, if we can take care of this team, you have a 2-game lead on Gateway, who's a really good team. We don't want to just at the end try to beat all these teams at home or all that stuff, but our kids want to win every section game. They've been very successful. They know what it takes, and we know that Gateway is going to give their best game. We want to match if Gateway plays with desperation, our kids 100% are going to match that too, because every game is important to us. So we're trying to be 5-0 in this section, and these kids know how important every game is.
Individually, Notorious Grooms an opportunity with 17 points tonight to move into second place all-time among Uniontown scorers behind Terrence Vaughn. Talk about what that means to your program. I have a lot of great players in Uniontown, but for Torrey to have an opportunity to really be second all-time behind Terrence, I think it says a lot for what he's accomplished in the Uniontown uniform.
Oh, yes, it is. And if you look at Torrey may have scored more points as a freshman. Torrey's really become a team-oriented player. His individual accomplishments are something that's great. To be listed on that as a 1,000-point scorer, now that Calvin is and Jameer with him, is great. But Torrey's really, I've been working with Torrey to really look to shoot more, to not give up his 3-point shot. And I thought he made some shots, but he's really looking to pass and set up everybody. So, but again, to have this many points in the Uniontown basketball uniform is something to be proud of. To be second or to be on that list is just an accomplishment. To be that high up on that list is something that he'll remember forever.
Rob, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck against the Gators tonight.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. The Red Raiders taking on the Gateway Gators. Also coverage of Laurel Highlands tonight at home against Albert Gallatin. We'll talk to the head coach of the Mustangs, John Smith, on the Browns Insurance Group. Pre-game show continues right after this.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing head coach Rob Kesmarski and the Uniontown boys basketball team a great season.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. But it's best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now, Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silver, proud to support local high school sports.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all our local teams. From South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pump for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Basin Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and it's a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Boys High School basketball on WMBS tonight. Uniontown on the road at Gateway. Laurel Highlands hosting Albert Gallatin. Joining us now, Laurel Highlands head coach John Smith. And John, you played a tight first half last time out against Franklin Regional. Unfortunately, kind of collapsed in that third quarter against the Panthers, and they were able to pull away in the second half to get the win.
Yeah, I thought, I think it was a 2-point game at half, 25-23. And, you know, going back, watching the film, watched some of the film with the boys last night, it was almost like there was a lid on the basket. You can't score 5 points in a quarter and expect to win. We didn't take a lot of bad shots, in my opinion. We didn't have a lot of forced or even unforced turnovers. It was just, it happened to be one of those games where things just, kind of didn't go our way. And just couldn't buy a basket there in the third, and unfortunately, we couldn't overcome it.
They're back at it tonight against Albert Gallatin. They've been able to pick up a couple of conference wins this year. New head coach and Spencer Mackey. Your thoughts on the matchup with the Colonials?
Yeah, definitely. AG is always going to be a competitive team. I'm very familiar with, most of their players. The JJ Boy and Shamir will be their point guard. I think I had the opportunity to meet the new coach at the referees meeting earlier this season, but other than that, I really haven't had much interaction with him. So I'm sure it's going to be a competitive game tonight, and looking forward to playing.
Yeah, always nice when you get two Fayette County teams together as well.
Well, definitely. I always, obviously AG tonight, and then Uniontown on Friday. Very exciting week for us. It's nice. You're playing, semi-local games. You're not taking that hour-and-a-half bus ride. So I always, I like the rivalry games. You never know what could happen. Definitely looking forward to it.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck against Albert Gallatin. We'll see you out there tonight.
Thanks, Brian.
That's our Highlands head coach John Smith. We'll hear from Spencer Mackey, the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonials, when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction.
Auction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183. Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Brian Rosek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Boys high school basketball on WMBS tonight. Uniontown on the road at Gateway. Laurel Highlands hosting Albert Gallatin, being joined now by Spencer Mackey, the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonials. And Spencer, your first year here at AG. Talk about the transition process so far.
I mean, yeah, it's been new and a learning experience for sure, but I think it's been going well so far. You know, I'm learning a lot of stuff as I go, and I think I'm teaching the kids a lot, and, you know, they're teaching me some stuff too. But I'm trying to implement a lot of stuff that I did at college at West Virginia, kind of into the works here at AG. So it's been good.
Despite the fact you're 7-4 overall and you've won a couple of conference games, you think you're still kind of under the radar right now in the WPIAL?
Yeah, we're still working out the kinks. I think we've put together 2 real good games. They've been good games in spurts. We just haven't put together like a collective 4-quarter real good game yet. But I think that it's starting to head that way.
Some of the thoughts of Spencer Mackey, the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Get Albert Gallatin in action tonight on the road at Laurel Highlands. You can also listen to the Uniontown Gateway game, that game both on the radio and on Facebook Live. And we'll have this date in Uniontown basketball history for you next when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hart, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top-quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority. Boys high school basketball action on WMBS tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders on the road at Gateway taking on the Gators on the WMBS Facebook page. You could watch the Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Time now for this date in Uniontown basketball history. Uniontown all-time 19-4 on January the 7th, going back 98 years ago to January the 7th, 1927. Uniontown lost at Southmoreland by a score of 12-10. Harry Johnson scored 7 of the 10 for the Red Raiders. On this date back in 1938, Uniontown won a squeaker at Charleroi 23-22, led by Paul Dean with 10 points. On this date back in 1941, Uniontown defeated Greater Latrobe 33-20. Bill Case with 9 for the Red Raiders. On this date back in 1944, Uniontown defeated Norwin 35-27. Charlie Murray led Uniontown with 17 points. On this date back in 1955, Uniontown defeated Greensburg 61-60, led by Giza Lux with 19 points. On this date back in 1955, Uniontown defeated Hempfield 80-47. Mel Freeman and Sandy Stevens had 24 points apiece. On this date back in 1964, Uniontown defeated Denora 85-42, led by Stu Lance with 17. On this date back in 1966, Uniontown defeated Bell Vernon 92-55. Wilfred Minor led the Red Raiders with 22. Ray Parson scored 20. On this date back in 1972, Uniontown defeated York 76-72, led by Alan Hackney with 22 points. On this date back in 1975, Uniontown defeated Mount Pleasant 82-55, led by Dana Perno with 17. On this date back in 1977, Uniontown won at York 83-46, led by Paul Epps and Kevin Mildren, who scored 14 points apiece. On this date back in 1983, Uniontown was defeated by Connellsville by a score 58-54. Chris Frizzell had 20 points for Uniontown. On this date back in 1986, Uniontown won at Ringgold 63-58. Perry Frizzell had 20 for Uniontown. On this date back in 1992, Uniontown defeated Tri-Valley 86-57, led by Kevin Kozub with 21, and I believe that Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman actually played against Uniontown on that Tri-Valley team. On this date back in 2000, Uniontown lost at Peters Township by a score of 65-58. De'Aaron Jenkins led Uniontown with 16. On this date back in 2005, Uniontown won at Greater Latrobe 76-69, led by Quindell Dean with 24 points. On this date back in 2011, Uniontown defeated York 78-64. Samori Skeeter Wilson had 23 for Uniontown. On this date back in 2015, Uniontown defeated West Mifflin 74-51, led by Jeremy Perkins with 18 points. And on this date back in 2020, Uniontown defeated Ringgold 71-62. Jameer Richardson had 25 for Uniontown. That's this date in Uniontown basketball history. The Red Raiders in action tonight at Gateway. Also coverage on the WNBS Facebook page of Laurel Highlands taking on Albert Gallatin. We'll get you out to your game next here on WNBS.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Welcome back.
Brian Marozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Laurel Highlands High School, about 10 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our graphic sponsor, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak, and Sandy Howe Notary Services. Gary, is your starting lineups to be brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. Gary?
Thanks, Brian. Coming into tonight's action for Albert Gallatin, 7-4 overall, 2-2 in Section 1-5A. Starting at guard, number 1, Shamir Wilson. He's their leading scorer, 5'9" senior guard. Number 2, Jason Jackson, a 6'3" senior forward. Number 12, Xavier Rife, 6'4" senior forward. 00, Adam Pegg, a 5'10" junior guard. And number 33, Darren Ford, a 6'2" sophomore guard. For the homestanding Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 3-9 overall, trying to get in the win column in section play. Their starters will be number 1, Luke Martin, 6'2" junior guard. Number 3, Antoine Black, 6'1" senior guard. Number 22, Sevi Vecchiola, 6'1" junior forward. Number 24, Aiden Black, a 5'11" senior guard. And number 35, Tyrone Burton, a 6'2" sophomore forward.
Gary, already been a busy night here at Laurel Highlands High School. We found out just over an hour ago the Laurel Highlands Mustangs will have a new head varsity football coach next season. The Laurel Highlands School Board voting 5-2 to hire Aaron Rappel as the school's new football coach. Also, Alex Gee named the new head varsity soccer coach on the boys' side, and Simon Milawanda named the new head varsity girls soccer coach. So certainly some changes coming up for next season in the fall, Laurel Highlands.
That's for sure. And Mr. Rappel coming back to his alma mater to try to move things ahead for the Laurel Highlands football team. And it's going to be a uphill climb as the Mustangs will be in that tough section again this year, playing a very quality football teams. But he's very excited. I got to talk to him a little bit, and he's looking forward to some off-season workouts and putting together his assistant staff.
Again, congratulations to all the new hires here tonight. Certainly a busy night at Laurel Highlands, not only with the new hires that were announced at the school board meeting, but the Laurel Highlands boys varsity basketball team in action tonight against the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Again, Laurel Highlands entering play 3-9 overall, 0-4 in Section 1-5A play. Albert Gallatin 7-4 overall, 2-2 in conference play. Spencer Mackey, the head coach of the Albert Gallatin Colonials. And Gary, he has an interesting background. Actually played college basketball at West Virginia.
Yeah, he has a very good resume and a very good tactician. He also is very influential and fundamental play that we've seen so far for the Albert Gallatin Colonials. They play a very aggressive defense, and that's what they look for, to create some turnovers, get points off turnovers, and they do have some good athletes on the squad, so another tough task for the Mustangs to try to get in the win column.
I think they've certainly caught some folks by surprise. 7-4 overall record, 2-2 in conference play.
Absolutely, and 2 quality wins, and that puts them right in the middle of the pack in conference play, and they got to maintain these road wins a little bit against the teams that do not have wins in the conference to have a chance to get into postseason action. And on the other side, the Mustangs still trying to get in the win column. They just one more game on the first half of the season. We're already at that point in the season, and an if difficult task when you're already 0-4 in section play, but they can turn things around. As we said in the pregame, they've been very competitive in just about every game that they've been in, just losing a little steam in the second half and not able to finish it when they've had some leads. They had leads in their first game against McKeesport that they let dwindle, and against some other of the squads that they've been playing, opportunities to pull it out, just haven't been able to complete it.
Yeah, Laurel Highlands could very easily be 2-2 or maybe 3-1 in the conference right now if some of those games would have played out in their direction, but unfortunately they're sitting at 0-4 in conference play and 3-9 overall, and again they'll try to get the ship righted here tonight against the Albert Gallatin Colonials in a tough week for Laurel Highlands, Gary, not only taking on Albert Gallatin here tonight, but they'll play Uniontown coming up on Friday. That game over at Uniontown High School.
And we have that other game here on WMBS tonight with Uniontown at Gateway, and that's going to be a real test for the Red Raiders, and it will really give them an idea of where things stand in the section, with Gateway being one of the teams close behind Uniontown in the section. But based on what we saw last Friday with Uniontown and McKeesport, they just rolled, and with their combination of Torrey Grooms and Calvin Winfrey, along with Ellsworth and Milsom, they've been really putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, Uniontown did a nice job really jumping on McKeesport earlier, and that was a big win for Uniontown, trying to rebound back after a tough loss of a Geneva College against Aliquippa in the final game of the 2024 calendar year.
You're right about that, and again, we talked to Coach Kesmarski about that, and playing that tough schedule, which they have done throughout the early part of the year, going down to Florida, playing teams from all over the country, going into the Christmas tournaments, playing some teams in different sections and some upper classes, really is going to, I think, pay dividends for the Red Raiders. But for this game here tonight, the Mustangs and Albert Gallatin, I think it's going to be a very competitive contest, Brian, and it's going to be a determination as to whether Albert Gallatin can stay out of foul trouble also, because their bench is very thin.
And you look right now at the Section 1 5A standings. Uniontown at the top of the table, 4-0 in conference play, 9-3 overall. Greater Latrobe, who the Red Raiders already have a win over this season, at 3-1 in the conference. Gateway also sitting at 3-1. So the Gators get a win over Uniontown tonight. Gateway and Uniontown actually tied for first place in the conference, and Gateway would have the head-to-head tiebreaker. And right now, Albert Gallatin tied for the fourth and final playoff spot in the conference with McKeesport. Franklin Regional, who we saw last week against Laurel Highlands, Gary, I think they're much better than their 1-3 conference record indicates right now. Penn Trafford also 1-3. Remember, they took Uniontown right down to the wire. And, of course, Laurel Highlands sitting at 0-4, looking for their first conference win of the season. But what's interesting, Gary, you look at the points differential on the Laurel Highlands side in conference games. They've been outscored 236-200, which isn't bad considering the fact that they're 0-4 in the conference.
You're right about that, Brian, and I think we may see some flip-flopping going on here in the second half of the season with some of these teams that, as you said, just one win, and the Mustangs with 0 wins, and some middle-of-pack teams at 2-2. And even at those Latrobe and Gateway 3-1, you might see some upsets in the second half of this season that's really going to play havoc with the playoff standings here in Section 5A.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things shake out. The other conference games tonight, we mentioned Uniontown on the road at Gateway. Penn Trafford's at McKeesport, and Greater Latrobe hosting Franklin Regional. Latrobe played on Saturday. They had their game on Friday with Penn Trafford postponed. Got it in on Saturday and had a tight come-from-behind win over the Penn Trafford Warriors. So Latrobe, despite that loss against Uniontown, still sitting pretty. And they actually had an interesting winter break, Gary. They traveled out to the state of Indiana and played a couple of games and actually toured the site of Hoosiers where that movie was filmed. So that was pretty
Wow, that had to be exciting.
Yeah.
That's absolutely something that you can write home about and talk to your kids about later. Going out there and playing in a great basketball state of Indiana and at the home of the Hoosiers. Maybe most of those kids probably never even saw that movie, though, Brian.
Maybe they're able to watch it on the bus ride out, right?
Maybe. That would have been a good idea, a good motivational factor.
The Mustangs here tonight in the home whites, red numbers, blue trim. Their bench on our left side. The Albert Gallatin Colonials in the away blacks with white numbers, a little bit of gray trim, and their bench off to our right. And interesting, Gary, as you mentioned, Albert Gallatin dressing only 10 today. They had one number change. Adam Pegg wearing number 00. He was listed at 13 in our original roster. And Elliott Steins, only a freshman, wasn't in the book earlier, but he's in the book now, so he'll be the 10th player dressed.
And we saw at least 3 of them play in the JV game.
Yes.
So.
They'll get a little double duty tonight as well. I have to say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky watching from Sandy Howe Notary Services is one of our graphic sponsors tonight, along with Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. And I think, Gary, we have some other fine folks to thank for our broadcast here today as well, including the North Union Township Recreation Center.
You're right. The North Union Township Recreational Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Ron Lamman are proud sponsors of the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. The North Union Rec Center wishes the Mustangs and Lady Mustangs the best of luck this season.
And by the way, the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs had their game Monday postponed against Bell Vernon. They'll play that contest tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You can watch that game here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll have the link shared as well on the WMBS Facebook page. And, Gary, you're going to be behind the mic for one of the Lady Mustang games coming up next Monday.
That's correct. And, the North Union Rec Center and the supervisors continue to sponsor all of those actions, both the men and the women. And if you need information for volleyball, basketball, and the soccer leagues, you can phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website at northunionreccenter.com. And as you said, Sandy Howe Notary Services and our buddy Ed Walensky are one of our great sponsors. Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howe Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations, and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howe Notary Services, Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
And Gary, we're going to turn it over to Jason Taylor, our public address announcer tonight for the National Anthem and our starting lineups. great night for high school basketball here at Laurel Highlands High School. Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhauser. Again, our broadcast tonight also on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Your officials here tonight, Elliot Adamovich, Brian Mayer, and Tom Trilly. The Colonials being introduced right now on our far side. Again, it's Adam Pegg, Xavier Rice, Jason Jackson, Shymir Wilson, and Darren Ford for the Albert Gallatin Colonials tonight. And Luke Martin, Antoine Black, Sebi Vecchiola, Aiden Black, and Tyrone Burton for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Gary, I've been very impressed with Tyrone Burton over the last couple of games. Actually had a 3-game stretch off the Mustang bench where he was in double figures and consistently has given the Mustangs some pretty good minutes. Brennan Varney's been battling some illness concerns. He will play but will not start tonight. He's been under the weather the last week or so, and Laurel Highlands hoping to get Varney back at 100%.
That's true, and they really miss him underneath as he's a 6'7" senior forward who does have some experience and does rebound very well, and I think that's where you're seeing the improvement with Tyrone Burton, just a sophomore and coming into his own here about halfway through the season. So this experience is playing big dividends for him.
I think if you can get both Varney and Burton on the floor at the same time, the Mustangs maybe make a little bit of hay down on the blocks.
I agree, and I think that's where they need to concentrate on pounding it in so they can get some more room for their three-point shooters on the outside with Aiden Black and Antoine Black.
Yeah, along with Luca Martin, who's been strong as well from outside the three-point arc. Martin averaging close to 11 points a game. He's knocked down 14 threes so far this season for John Smith's squad. And again, on the Albert Gallatin side, their leading scorer so far this year has been number 2, Jason Jackson, a 6'3" senior forward, averaging 21 points a game. But also look out for Shymir Wilson, wearing number 1 tonight, Gary, a 5'9" senior guard, averaging 15 points a game.
Yeah, those two guys make things happen for Albert Gallatin. And as I said earlier, I saw them play at Uniontown, and they had some really good activity with the ball, facing that very tough defense by Uniontown. And I think that's going to be a telling tale here this evening if they can avoid turnovers.
Again, Albert Gallatin swept Laurel Highlands last year, winning by scores of 73-63 here at Laurel Highlands, 82-54 at Albert Gallatin. Prior to that, Laurel Highlands had won 8 straight in the series with the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Xavier Rice to take the opening tip-off for Albert Gallatin. Antoine Black to jump for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs working left to right as we describe it, as Elliot Adamovich will step into the center circle to get this Section 1 5A matchup underway from Laurel Highlands High School. Nice to have you along with us. Braving some cold temperatures on a Tuesday night as the Colonials with the opening tap back to Jason Jackson, who will hand off here to Shymir Wilson. We're underway at Laurel Highlands High School, Gary.
Laurel Highlands coming out man-to-man.
The Colonials trying to set a little screen there from Wilson. Back to Adam Pegg again, wearing 0-0 tonight. Back in the corner now to Darren Ford, fronted there by Aiden Black. Ford rotating back to the wing. Thought about the three. Passes on it. Up top again to Pegg. Pegg left to the lane. Guarded there by Vecchiola. Makes a move. Drives near baseline and scores. The opening 2 points of the game for the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Adam Pegg.
Good baseline move by Pegg. And on the other side, defensively, you can't let that happen as Antoine Black hits a three-pointer from the right corner.
Yeah, Black busting one there. His 14th made 3 of the season. Has Laurel Highlands on top of Albert Gallatin 3-2 here at the 7:10 mark of the opening quarter. As the Colonials bring it back across here up top with Shymir Wilson. On the near wing again, Xavier Rice. Touch there from Pegg. Far side again from Wilson, being fronted there by Luke Martin. And they'll try to set the screen there from Ford as Wilson goes underneath. Got too deep, resets, pass out in front. Brought down by Jackson. Trying to go strong in traffic, try to scoop it up. Shot attempt, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. And Vecchiola has it there for the Mustangs, Gary.
Nice hustle on the floor, and there's a three-pointer on the way again. That time Martin.
Yeah, missed in and out. Offensive rebound brought down there by Burton, who resets to Martin, who drives far wing and in for a quick 2 on the Laurel Highlands side. For the Mustangs on top of the Colonials, 5-2 here at the 6:27 mark of the first.
Nice assist there by Burton off the offensive rebound.
Another strong start from Laurel Highlands, but driving back between defenders Shymir Wilson for a quick 2 on the Albert Gallatin side. So it's Laurel Highlands 5, Albert Gallatin 4 here at the 6:12 mark of the opening quarter. A little pressure on the backcourt now from the Colonials, Gary.
Off a made hoop.
Aiden Black just trying to tiptoe the near boundary. Spencer Mackey thought he was out of play. Officials didn't see it. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Albert Gallatin zone.
I think the official said, hey, you might be right.
Yeah. But no call. Mustangs keep possession off to Antoine, trying to pull it back to Luke Martin. Deflected out of bounds there by Darren Ford. We'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Albert Gallatin zone. And Martin will trigger it back in. 2 minutes in. Laurel Highlands leading Albert Gallatin 5-4. One of 2 games on our WMBS platforms tonight. Uniontown off to a 13-11 lead over Gateway late in the first quarter up in Monroeville tonight. Here's Aiden Black up top, getting around Wilson. Good feed down to Burton. Bodies his way in and gets fouled underneath. Shot attempt from Burton. No good, Gary, but he'll have a couple of free throws upcoming for the Mustangs.
Foul on number 12, Xavier Rice. And good power move there by Burton. That's what he should do. Big body. Take it to the hoop.
First foul on either side, as Gary said, goes on Rice. His first, team first, and Burton first of 2 free throws. Good. And for Burton so far this year, Gary, pretty good free throw numbers for a big guy. Came into the game 70%, 19 of 27. Laurel Highlands as a team shooting 85 of 132, 64%.
Wow, that's impressive on both ends.
Burton second of 2 free throws. Good again for Tyrone Burton. And Laurel Highlands extends their lead now to 7-4 over Albert Gallatin here at the 5:42 mark of the first. As Shymir Wilson works out of his own zone here for Albert Gallatin. Picked up by Luke Martin.
Foul line screen game for Albert Gallatin against the man-to-man.
Yeah, they're trying it all the time. Wilson dribbling all over the place. A little flick out in front. Jason Jackson able to pull it down. Now Jackson trying to work here on Antoine Black. AG certainly the size advantage of this game is Jackson. A little bounce pass down low. Floater no good from Xavier Rice. Not for deflection. Tyrone Burton, another rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Quickly across to Martin. Back to Burton. Burton left of the lane. Double team. Pulls it out to Luke. Now they'll settle things down. Aiden Black here, Gary, high on the left.
Good job there by Burton again, not to force anything when you had nowhere to go.
Touch from Antoine. Try to go back on the inside to Luke Martin. Got deflected away by Jackson. Into the hands of Darren Ford. And now the Colonials cough it up. Look out here, Antoine Black coming back with an uncontested layup. That's 5 for Antoine Black here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands a 5-point lead over Albert Gallatin, and 9-4 here, the 4:39 mark of the first.
Showing his speed there with that steal. Now what do we got? What do we got here?
An offensive illegal screen here against Albert Gallatin. Wait for the official call. Elliot Adamovich says the offensive foul going on Xavier Rice, and that's his second, Gary.
Yeah, across the court. Adamovich seeing that from a long way, but saw an elbow or a push-off that was in his line of sight, so he got to call it.
And the Colonials now going to their bench. Mackay Belt checking in along with Jeremiah Darnell. Mackay, a 6-foot sophomore. His brother played here in Albert Gallatin, graduated a year ago. Belt averages 5 points a game. Jeremiah Darnell also checked and averages 4 points a game. Long 2 there from Burton, no good. And Luke Martin taking the rebound away from Darren Ford.
Got away with a double dribble right there.
Officials letting him play on. Aiden Black now holds. Was watched there by Ford. Off to his left again to Luke Martin. Mustangs feeling out the Colonials a bit on this possession. Touch from Vecchiola. To his left again to Burton. 4:05 left here in the first. Laurel Highlands the basketball on a 5-point lead. Up 9-4. Antoine back over to brother Aiden.
Good patience here by the Mustang offense.
No hurry on this possession. Now Aiden backs out a little bit. Resets high on the left. Watched there by Wilson. Touch from Martin. Martin watched there by Belt. Another switch back with Aiden Black. It's been a long possession here for Laurel Highlands as Black tries to fight his way on the inside. Had it poked away into the hands of Jason Jackson there for Albert Gallatin.
And on the other end, good defense. And a long time possession by Albert Gallatin.
Jackson, handoff out in front. Darnell is there. Resets back out to Belt, who threw it right to the Mustangs. Antoine Black. And here's Black racing back. Missed on the drive, and the rebound pulled down by Shymir Wilson for Albert Gallatin.
Well, good turnover, but couldn't finish it on the other end.
A couple of good looks on each side. Now the Colonials will bring it back across. One of the strong points, certainly, Gary, for this Laurel Highlands team so far this year has been their defense. And they've held Albert Gallatin to only 4 points through 5 minutes so far in this game as Wilson on the inside got pinned up. Ball deflected over to Jeremiah Darnell, who got fouled underneath. They'll rule this in the act. So Darnell will have a couple of free throws upcoming. And the foul will get posted here on the Laurel Highlands side.
I think it's Burton.
Going on at number 1, Luke Martin.
Luke.
His first of the game caught on the Laurel Highlands side. And Darnell averages 6 points a game. But to the free throw line for Spencer Mackey's squad. First of 2 free throws up on the way and good for Darnell.
Uniontown 22, Gateway 15 with 5:48 to go in the second.
Expected that game to be competitive tonight. Good start for the Red Raiders, up 7. Varney now in for Burton on the Laurel Highlands side. Darnell, after making the first, ready for a second with the Colonials down 4 to the Mustangs at 9-5. Second of 2 free throws on the way, but no good that time off the back iron. Off a deflection, 70 Vecchiola finds the loose ball rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Off to Aiden Black, trying to go cross court on the far side. Deflected out of bounds. With Laurel Highlands basketball, that's touched by Albert Gallatin's Ethan Kennedy going out.
Good hustle there by Kennedy. Saw the pass coming across to Black and just got right in the passing lane to knock it out of bounds.
Luke Martin bouncing it back over to Aiden Black, and now Luke again. Those 2 play catch outside the 3-point arc. A little bounce pass might have been kicked going out of bounds. It was there by Jason Jackson. A couple of relatives of yours checking in, Gary. Lisa Vanek and Tammy Frankhauser watching on our WPS Facebook page.
They know a good game when they see it.
Martin into Varney. A little ball fake, resetting to Aiden Black. Near side, Antoine back in the corner to Luke. Thought about the 3, was double teamed, able to get it off to Vecchiola. Had it poked away as Darnell found it. Threw right back to Antoine, who floats it back up quickly. Shot attempt no good, and underneath, Jason Jackson pulls down the loose ball rebound there for Albert Gallatin. So Jackson back across. Tight defense there from Vecchiola. He hasn't been afraid to foul all season, Gary.
No, he's very aggressive and knows his role for sure.
A 9-5 lead for Laurel Highlands, and a deep 3 off the mark from Shymere Wilson on the Albert Gallatin side. They got an offensive rebound. Belt had it, got rejected there by Varney, who finds the loose ball. Touched off to Aiden Black and across. Heading off to Antoine left of the lane. Resets up top to Martin. Spotting up for the 3 and knocks it down. Luke Martin, his 15th made 3 of the season for Laurel Highlands, extends the Mustangs lead now to 7 at 12-5 here at the 146 mark of the first. Big shot there for Laurel Highlands.
Absolutely. Squared himself up very nicely.
Here's Wilson. Near side, Ethan Kennedy getting involved. Vecchiola all over him. Kennedy trapped, needs to get things going here.
There's your foul on Vecchiola.
He didn't do much, though, Gary. It wasn't much contact at all. But Vecchiola will pick it up.
It's a reputation foul.
Yes. His first team second. 1:31 left here in the first. Laurel Highlands leading Albert Gallatin 12-5.
Checking in for the Mustangs is Caden Smith for Vecchiola. And as you said, Varney in also for the Mustangs.
You have both Varney and Burton on the floor right now, Gary. I was calling for that during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll see how it plays out for Laurel Highlands right now. There's a forced turnover. Great defense from Antoine Black, forcing Mackay Belt to send it out of play here on the near side.
Just dribbled it off the side of his leg, faced with that pressure.
Now Aiden Black will send it into Caden Smith, who's given the Mustangs good minutes off there. Ben Smith averaging just over 3 points a game, has knocked down 8 threes so far this season. Is perfect at the foul line as Antoine Black drains his second 3 of this opening quarter. So Antoine leading the way with a game-high 8. And Laurel Highlands a 10-point lead over Albert Gallatin at 15-5 as we go under a minute, Gary, left in this opening quarter. And Albert Gallatin coming back in traffic. Tough shot. Wilson couldn't get it to go. Off of a deflection, Caden Smith gets the rebound there for the Mustangs. Now you might want to slow it down a little bit if you're on the Laurel Highlands side. 10-point lead, final minute of this opening quarter. Burton drawing a little double team, will fight it off. Shot might have been partially blocked there by Jason Jackson.
Who are they going to call that on?
I think that's going to go on Burton. Off the rebound, Tyrone Burton picks up his first personal foul. 3rd team foul on Laurel Highlands here in the opening quarter.
Albert Gallatin changing up those defenses, going press after a made hoop. Their last time down 1-2-2, zone press, zone half-court press. That time back to man-to-man.
You could tell Spencer Mackey very well schooled in the basketball games. There's a 3-ball and air ball from Ethan Kennedy. I think his time at West Virginia showing well with the start that Albert Gallatin's got off to so far this season. Again, 7-4 in conference play. 7-4 overall, 2-2 in conference play. For Spencer taking over for Shea Fleener. Had spent 12 years at Albert Gallatin. Certainly did a great job of the Colonials as well. As Antoine Black misses on a 3, they're off to deflection. Varney finds the loose ball rebound, put the putback off the glass. Long rebound tracked down on the far side by Jason Jackson. for Albert Gallatin. He's double-teamed just into the Laurel Highlands zone, and the ball knocked out of play off of Laurel Highlands going out. Remain with Albert Gallatin with 2.4 left here in the quarter. The Laurel Highlands leading by 10.
Varney was fouled on that putback, but no call. He's got to play through.
And right off the inbounds pass, Wilson, 3 at the buzzer from about 30 feet, no good. That'll do it for 1 quarter of basketball. So it's Laurel Highlands 15, Albert Gallatin 5 after 1. And Gary, to tell you about more of our fine sponsors here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there is something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first, and we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellence in sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference, because when you buy from us, you buy from family. Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette Street and Beeson Boulevard in Uniontown. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, and full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for more than 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and it's a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call them at 724-438-0681.
Here are the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, a 10-point lead over the Albert Gallatin Colonials, 15-5 after 1 quarter of play up in Monroeville. Uniontown a 10-point lead over Gateway, up 28-18. That game already in the later stages of the second quarter, 2:18 left in the second there with Uniontown leading by 10. And Laurel Highlands starts the second quarter with a basketball working left to right as we describe it, as Caden Smith has it up top over to Antoine Black. Antoine right of the lane, resets to Varney from the foul line. Over to Aiden Black on the far wing, and now Caden Smith again here high on the left. Varney setting the illegal screen, and it's going to be, as Gary said, an illegal screen there on Darren Ford. So Varney called for the foul. First on Varney, and the first foul for Laurel Highlands here in the second quarter.
You got to establish some position. You just can't run up into the defender, and that's what Varney did there, and cost the Mustangs the possession.
Certainly a slow start for Albert Gallatin tonight, just 5 points. Wilson and Pegg 2 apiece, and Darnell the one made free throw on the Laurel Highlands side. Antoine Black leading the way with 8. And the Colonials, after that Varney foul, an opportunity to try to get things going here in the second quarter, as Jason Jackson has the basketball. Jackson on the far wing, watched there by Varney. Jackson will hop step between defenders. Varney with the block. Jackson trying to keep it alive. Goes back up. Scoop shot left hand. No good. Vecchiola the rebound that time for Laurel Highlands. Off and across to Antoine Black. Antoine pulled it out left of the lane there to Luke Martin. The Mustangs taking their time here, Gary. They're not trying to rush any bad shots right now.
That's for sure. And that's a good idea when you're playing a strong defensive man-to-man now by Albert Gallatin. Don't take anything unnecessary.
Caden Smith back to Luke Martin.
There we
Martin
go.
Had it poked away there by Darren Ford. Ford races back. He'll put it up. Shot attempt no good, but he was fouled in the process. And 2 free throws upcoming for Darren Ford.
That was Antoine Black with the foul. And just a little loose with the ball there. Martin on the offensive side reach around. And I have the Mustangs with 4 turnovers. And the same thing on Albert Gallatin, 4 turnovers so far.
Darren Ford looking for his first point of the night here at the free throw line. Foul one on Caden Smith, his first, team second here in the quarter. Ford now, first of 2 free throws up on the way and good. Ford, 6'2" sophomore guard, came in averaging 7 points a game. Vecchiola switches with Varney down low here off the foul line. As Ford for a second of 2 free throws. On the way, and good again for Darren Ford. So Albert Gallatin 3 of 4 from the free throw line as a team in this game. They're back to within 8 of Laurel Highlands at 15-7. Here's Varney, long 2 near baseline, rattling out. Offensive rebound. Sevi Vecchiola scores on the putback.
Strong putback there by Vecchiola, doing the dirty work under the boards.
There's a pretty good shot attempt there from Varney, kind of a hard luck bounce out. But a good job from Vecchiola to clean it up, and a 3 coming back up top and raining it in there, Adam Pegg. So Pegg's second field goal of the game. First made 3 for the Colonials as the team. Has them back to within 7 now. It's 17-10 with 6:20 left before halftime.
And there's the press after the made hoop.
Yep. See how effective it can be here on the Albert Gallatin side. Martin able to bring it
A lot
across.
of contact. Wow.
Met there by Pegg, who takes the ball away, and they're letting him play right now, Gary.
Another turnover.
And Shymir Wilson will bring it back across after Pegg forced the turnover. Wilson up top, a little switch back with Jason Jackson. Jackson, their leading scorer, Gary, is yet to score in this game. Came in averaging 21 points a game. The Mustangs have blanked them so far, and on the outside, missed three there, Darren Ford. Offensive rebound brought down by Xavier Rice. Had it deflected out of bounds. No foul call to remain with Albert Gallatin here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
Back in now will be Aiden Black and Tyrone Burton. Getting a break will be Varney and Smith.
Shymir Wilson will trigger it in here for Albert Gallatin. Off on the far side to Jason Jackson. Jackson out of the corner looking for operating room.
Trying to go baseline.
Coming near side, good defense, Aiden Black. Jackson will pull back up top, Darren Ford. Ford driving, floater on the way, no good. In traffic, offensive rebound brought down by Xavier Rice, and we're going to get a travel call there on Rice.
Wow. Like he was drugged down.
I thought so too, Gary. I thought maybe get a jump ball called in traffic there, but they call it a travel. And the Mustangs will get it back, leading by 7 at 17-10 with 5:25 left here before halftime. Vecchiola out of his own zone will bring it across the far boundary. Lost the dribble, pulls back to Antoine Black.
He just went over back.
Wow.
Got to know where you're at on the court.
I was almost shocked to see that, Gary.
Wow.
Rare to see Antoine make that kind of mistake out there on the Laurel Highlands side. Now give Albert Gallatin the basketball back. Colonials trail by 7, 5:14 left before halftime.
Uniontown up by 12 with just 8 seconds to go in their half.
37-25 as Adam Pegg watched there by Vecchiola. Pegg working back to his left. Good defense there from Sevi. Little ball fake. Pegg gets a little help there from Shymir Wilson. Wilson off to his right, off the screen, set by Rice. Will fire the three off the back iron. No good off a deflection. Burton another rebound there for Laurel Highlands, Gary.
Mustangs need to be a little more careful with the ball, limit those turnovers.
And a 4:38 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands the basketball and a 7-point lead. Aiden Black up top. Almost lost the handle, trying to regain. Now pressured again. Black trapped, trying to get out of it.
They got to have a jump ball this time. Yeah,
That's
they do.
The call. Elliot Adamovich on it.
That's going to Albert Gallatin. That's going to be another turnover.
Elliot Adamovich, Tom Trilly, and Brian Mayer, your crew tonight. Albert Gallatin a season ago, 9-11. They were 3-7 in Section 3 4A play. Again, are played tonight, 7-4 overall and 2-2 in the conference.
And we're in one of those lulls that Laurel Highlands has had all year.
Here's
just
Wilson.
2 points in the quarter.
Wilson driving there on Martin, and Martin's going to pick up the foul. The Mustangs still fortunate, though, Gary. They lead by 7, despite the fact they've scored only 2 points here in the second quarter.
Second foul on Martin.
Also fortunate it's a very low-scoring game so far. And Shymir Wilson will head to the free throw line here for Albert Gallatin. Wilson came in averaging 15 points a game. First of 2 free throws here. No good as that one rattles out. Uniontown and Gateway now at halftime. Red Raiders leading the Gators 37-25.
And checking in for the Mustangs, Nico Harum.
Wilson now, second of 2 free throws on the way and good for Shymir Wilson. So 3 for Wilson. Colonials back to within 6 of the Mustangs at 17-11 with 4:07 left before halftime. Aiden Black across, almost got stripped, saved back there to Antoine. Antoine looking for operating room, spinning everywhere, keeping it alive, and a timeout taken here by the Mustang bench here on the C.R. Barano Group High School Sports. And that will take a timeout as well. And you can find more snuggle time this winter. Be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLS number 458729.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Drs. Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Haar, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten your teeth. Permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options. They have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or call 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
That's the first time out, Gary, we've seen called on either side. Called there by the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands keeping possession of 17-11, 3:57 left here in the second quarter as Aiden Black sends it up top to Antoine.
I think Coach Smith was seeing a little too much one-on-one dribbling that was causing the turnovers.
Can we mention the Mustangs have scored only 2 points here in the second quarter, but still lead by 6. Harem into the game, off to Vecchiola there. Vecchiola working off to his left to Antoine Black, who had a nice opening quarter with 8 points. Fires a pass down to brother Aiden, who comes really on the far block and lays it up and in. First 2 points of the game for Aiden Black, who came in averaging 12.6 a contest for the Mustangs. Now the Laurel Highlands lead, Gary, up to 8 at 19-11.
And you saw that coming out of the timeout. No dribbling, just passing, getting an easy layup.
Yeah, well drawn up.
Oh, that's an offensive foul, I think.
Elliot Adamovich on the call. We'll wait for...
They're going to call it on Antoine. Wow. That's his second. Looked like a little offensive initiative there.
Just the first, actually, Gary, on Antoine. Fourth team foul.
Okay, you're right.
On the Mustangs. Non-shooting, but Albert Gallatin will shoot 2 on the next Laurel Highlands foul in this quarter. Shymir Wilson sending it down low in traffic to Xavier Rice, who has the ball tied up. We'll go to the possession arrow. It favors Laurel Highlands.
A good hustle there underneath by Nico.
And Sebi will send it back in here for Laurel Highlands into Nico Harem. Harem always seems to give the Mustangs good minutes. Off and across to Aiden Black. Aiden almost lost the handle. Saved there by Sebi Vecchiola. High on the right. Needs a little help as he lost the dribble. Back edge of the zone to Aiden Black. Barking out of play. Fronted there by Shymir Wilson. We're down to 2:50 left before halftime. Mustangs the basketball in an 8-point lead. Antoine up top again to Sebi. Far side, Aiden Black firing a pass down to Antoine. And he'll get the basket and one. Antoine Black now in double figures with 10. Make it 11 at the foul line. And the Mustangs tack 2 more on, Gary, as they lead by 10 at 21-11.
That foul's on Peg, his first. And you see that motion offense pays dividends if you have the patience and deliver the easy pass. Don't try to make anything harder than it looks.
You go back to the last series, it was Antoine that fed Aiden on a very similar play, and now it's Aiden down to Antoine, returning the favor to his brother.
Gotta love that.
Yes. Now, if you mentioned there, Gary, the foul going on Peg, and the free throw no good from Antoine Black. And Albert Gallatin the rebound. A little outlet pass from Shymir Wilson back on the baseline near side. Darren Ford fronted there by Burton. Just rolls it back high on the left to Shymir Wilson. Screen again set up, this time by Darnell as Wilson tries to work here on Vecchiola. Now will back out with 2:24 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands a 10-point leading, and credit the defense. Have held Albert Gallatin to only 11 points so far in this game, and Wilson dancing everywhere and a 5-second count on him. Now they get a little blocking touch foul there on Vecchiola, his second.
That's going to
be
send
the 15th foul.
Albert Gallatin Colonials to the line.
They'll shoot 2 the rest of the quarter. Shymir Wilson, who's 1 of 2 so far in this game from the free throw line, and scored 3 points. Mustangs up 10. Wilson, first of 2 free throws on the way in good. Mustangs make another change. Caden Smith back into the game. Will replace Sebi Vecchiola.
Albert Gallatin called for just 1 foul in this quarter.
Get our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our graphic sponsors, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak and Sandy Howell Notary Services. Second of 2 free throws. Good there from Wilson. So Wilson now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He scored 5 points. Colonials back with 8 of the Mustangs. Will stop and pop from Aiden Black. Good. Second field goal of the second quarter for Aiden Black. He has 4. Mustangs back up 10 at 23-13 as we go under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter.
It's a good matchup with Aiden Black and Shymir Wilson.
Wilson with it right now. Take a long 2 up top and drain it. Shymir Wilson 5 here in the second, 7 for the game. Colonials back to within 8, down 23-15. Pace of this game starting to pick up a little bit. Aiden Black spinning back. Jumper from the foul line, rattling out. Loose ball rebound underneath. Picked up there by Albert Gallatin's Makai Belts. He'll bounce it back to Wilson. Will slow things down, bringing it back across with 90 seconds left before halftime. Wilson working right of the lane in traffic, has it deflected out of bounds, and will stay with Albert Gallatin here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
Coach Smith didn't like that call. Thought it would just lost out of bounds.
And Wilson will trigger it back in. Left of the basket here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Up top there to Belt. Watched there by Caden Smith. Belt looking for operating room. Good defense there for the Mustangs. Darnell setting the screen. Goes out near side to Darren Ford. Ford a little ball fake. Thought about the deep three. Smith almost forced the turnover. Now a little switch back here with Belt again. Now Belt working on Smith. Smith went down. Belt went up and in. So Makai Belt, his first two off the Albert Gallatin bench, have the Colonials back to within 6, down 23-17. And here's Aiden Black driving back. A lot of contact, blocking foul. There on the Colonials. It'll go on Darnell.
That's going to send Aiden Black to the line.
His first, it's the second team foul of the quarter on the Colonials. Aiden Black so far this season, just 53% from the free throw line for the Mustangs, and misses on his first of two here. Came in 18 of 34. Surprised his free throw numbers aren't a little bit better, Gary, considering how good of a shooter he is from the outside.
It's a little jerky, but gets that one to go.
It's 1 of 2. Aiden Black, 5 second quarter points. Laurel Highlands up 7 at 24-17 with 45 seconds left before halftime. Underneath, Wilson, a little kick out near corner. Ford, long two, good. Darren Ford. Ford's first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier. He has 4 second quarter points. And a quick turnover forced on the far side there by Albert Gallatin, knocking it off of Caden Smith and out.
Well, that's the 8th turnover for the Mustangs here in the first half with just 34 seconds remaining. Has cost them some possessions that not the way to go.
Albert Gallatin still hanging around. I think Laurel Highlands maybe had an opportunity early on to run him out of the gym, and there's a deep three just off the mark there from Darren Ford. And the Mustangs pull down the loose ball rebound. Let's see if they take it all the way down here in the quarter, down to 20 seconds left before halftime.
Need more movement.
Yes.
A lot of standing still right now.
Aiden and Antoine play catch. Antoine has it right now, 15 seconds left on the outside to Burton. Burton touching it off there to Harem. And the 10 seconds left. Harem back to Smith. Jumper from just outside the
good
foul
rebound.
line. No good. They got an offensive rebound. Antoine Black going right back at it with 2 seconds left in the quarter. Drains the jumper. And what a first half for Antoine Black. He'll go to the locker room with 12 first half points. And Laurel Highlands a 7-point lead over Albert Gallatin at 26-19. Time now for a halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. And Gary's totaling up your first half stats. And, of course, they're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Before we get to the stats, we'll tell you about some of our sponsors, including Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, your local specialist for GI and liver disorders, along with Dr. Calabrese, Hoppy, and Lorenz, reminding you that a painless 30-minute colonoscopy every 10 years beginning at age 45 could save your life. Good luck to all of our local hoops teams and best wishes for a Happy New Year from SWGI and U.S. Digestive Health. Since 1976, Davis & Davis has represented people, not insurance companies. Their lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions, together with domestic, real estate, workers' compensation, and municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, Davis & Davis has successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information on how Davis & Davis can help you, phone 724-437-2799. Again, here at halftime, 26-19. Laurel Highlands leading Albert Gallatin. I think Gary just about has your halftime stats. And again, they're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Gary?
Thanks, Brian. For the Albert Gallatin Colonials, 5 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second for their total of 19. Leading the way for them is Shamir Wilson with 7 points, 3 of those coming from the foul line. Makai Belt chipped in 2 in the second quarter. Jeremiah Darnell just 1 for 2 at the line. Adam Pegg has 5 points, 2 in the first, a 3-pointer in the second. And Darren Ford with all 4 of his points in the second quarter. The Colonials were 6 for 8 from the foul line, which assisted them in getting back into this contest, trailing by 10 after the first. now only trailing by 7. The Mustangs 15 in the first, 11 in the second for their total of 26 points. Luke Martin with 5 points in the first quarter for his total of 5. Antoine Black with 12 leads the Mustangs, 8 in the first, 4 in the second. Sevi Vecchiola with a bucket in the second for his 2. And Aiden Black, all 5 of his points in the second quarter. Tyrone Burton with 2 points from the foul line gives the Mustangs their total of 26. They were 3 for 4 from the foul line, and a little bit of a telling statistic that allowed Albert Gallatin to stay in this game. The Mustangs 8 turnovers to Albert Gallatin's 5.
I'm kind of worried a little bit for Laurel Highlands in that second quarter, Gary. A little bit of a slow start, but still into the quarter with 11 points. Not bad. 26 here for the first half, and they lead by 7.
Absolutely, but as you saw, Albert Gallatin picked up that intensity, and it paid dividends for them, getting some turnovers and some hoops going the other way. And they also paid dividends at the foul line, going 6 for 8, most of those being in the second quarter. 5 of those 6 foul shots made in the second quarter.
So 26-19, Laurel Highlands over Albert Gallatin here at the break. Gary will tell you about more of our fine sponsors here on WMBS.
Jason Scott, hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all our local teams from South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
And Gary, if you're looking for a dentist, Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offers a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Laurel Highlands Mustangs a great season, George Dental Associates.
SWGI Now U.S. Digestive Health. Doctors Fraser Stokes of Uniontown Digestive Health in Uniontown, your local specialists for GI and liver disorders, along with Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, and Lorenz, remind you that a painless 30-minute colonoscopy every 10 years could save your life. Beginning at age 45, your life could be in their hands. Good luck to all our local hoops teams, and best wishes to all for a healthy and happy holiday season.
The T-Berry Law Office and Attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Needing to consult an attorney? Make your first call to Attorney Vincent M. T-Berry in the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300. Visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office, small town, big results. Again, here at halftime, it's Laurel Highlands 26, Albert Gallatin 19. Up in Monroeville tonight, Uniontown has increased their lead over Gateway to 16 points at 47-31. That game with 4:34 left in the third quarter. More high school basketball here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Coming up on Friday, Laurel Highlands traveling to Uniontown. We're on the air with a special extended Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 6:30. That game tipping off at 7:30. Gary, is always fun when Uniontown and Laurel Highlands get together.
That's right. It never disappoints for excitement and a packed gym. No doubt about that. No matter what the records are, it's easy to say, that's kind of cliche, but it is true when Laurel Highlands and Uniontown get together.
Joe Walkos has been the proud owner of Dome's Lawn Care since 2021. They are family-owned and family-run, so it comes to finances, they understand. They're small enough to care, big enough to make a difference. So give Dome's Lawn Care a call this spring for all of your lawn care needs at 724-570-1224. They would be proud to have you as a customer. That's Dome's Lawn Care, 724-570-1224. Again, welcome to Dome's Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of local high school basketball here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. I mentioned our game tonight also on the South Union Township Sports Network, and have to thank some of those fine folks as well that bring you high school basketball on the South Union Township Sports Network, including Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Tomorrow, Gary, on the South Union Township Sports Network, the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in action, taking on Bell Vernon. That's a make-up game for a game that was scheduled last night, 7 o'clock start. I believe Tony Hanula and Billy Dice will have that game for you. You'll be with Billy for the Lady Mustangs game coming up next Monday.
Absolutely, and they're a dynamic team to watch. They're fun to watch, and their coaching staff and their squad really have a way about themselves that has extreme confidence, and they get at it, no doubt about it. They're a team to be reckoned with throughout not only the section but the WPIAL, and that's going to be another interesting game.
And I have to send happy birthday wishes out to their head coach today, Gary. Stu Davis celebrating
that's right.
a birthday.
Yeah, Stu. Happy birthday, Stu. What's he, 22 now?
I think so. 26-19, Laurel Highlands over Albert Gallatin. We're back with the second half in about 2 minutes here on our Facebook Live stream tonight. Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhouse just about ready to start the third quarter. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Albert Gallatin Colonials by a score of 26-19. Appreciate you joining us for a Tuesday night of high school basketball action. Certainly has been a busy last couple of days weather-wise, Gary, with all the snow in the area. In fact, the Laurel Highlands School District will have a 2-hour delay tomorrow. That's right. They announced it early, and the cheerleaders gave out a big scream. I'm sure they're happy about that. They had some flexible instruction days the last couple of days. I think Uniontown's on a 2-hour delay tomorrow as well. Darren Ford will trigger it in here for Albert Gallatin. Colonials will work left to right as we describe it. We'll send it in the backcourt there to Adam Pegg, and we're underway with the Colonials trying to make up a little ground here, down 7. We'll see if Laurel Highlands could finally finish, Gary. We've kind of seen this before. Laurel Highlands playing a solid first half, halftime lead. Let's see if they can hang on here tonight against Albert Gallatin. Wow, nice little pass off to the left there from Jackson to Rice, and Rice with a finish. His first 2 of the game for Albert Gallatin come here early in the third quarter to pull the Colonials back to within 5 of the Mustangs at 26-21. Luke Martin over to Aiden Black. Aiden high on the right. Watched there by Shymir Wilson. Back up top again to Antoine. Far side, Martin spotting up for the 3 and hitting it. Martin rattled that one home. Gary, his second made 3 of the night, has knocked down 16 threes this season, and the Mustangs lead by 8 at 29-21. I don't think you can let him square up like that. He'll be dangerous from the outside. Now the Colonials try to reset up top here with Adam Pegg. Might have got away with a walk there. Nothing called there. Back to 4. Tough shot in the lane. No good. Offensive rebound brought down Xavier Rice. Will turn and shoot. No good on the putback. Ball deflected out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands.
Looked like it went off Wilson's head.
Mustangs will take it. The basketball back, leading by 8 at 29-21. As Luke Martin sends it in to Sevi Vecchiola. Back to Martin, working out of his own zone. Laurel Highlands the basketball and an 8-point lead early stages of this third quarter. Vecchiola trying to set the screen, wasn't there. They switch back, Aiden Black back over to Antoine. Watch there again by Adam Pegg. Pulled it off edge of the zone to Aiden Black, who works between the circles with Shymir Wilson in his face. Aiden lost the dribble. Looking out to the right, was floated back over to Antoine. Deliberate possession so far here for the Mustangs.
And good defense by Albert Gallatin, but there goes Antoine to the hoop.
Says it's go time. Put it off the glass. Shot one drop. And Shymir Wilson out of the pack with it for Albert Gallatin. Outlet pass forward to Darren Ford, who leans and misses. Offensive rebound brought down and put back up and in by Xavier Rice. So a couple of baskets for Rice here in the third quarter, Gary. He has 4. Colonials still scrappy. They're down 6 at 29-23 with 5:53 left here in the third. Quick three, Aiden Black up top, no good. Ball will go out of bounds. They could actually get a push there on Vecchio. I don't think they're going to call it there as he kind of pushed Jason Jackson. It was going out of bounds.
He's trying to save it in, but good box out there by Jackson.
Colonials get it back. 2-possession game. They're down 6 at 29-23. 5:40 left here in the third. Wilson trying to work here on Martin. Pulls it off on the right there to Adam Pegg. Pegg watched by Vecchiola. Out to Wilson, spotting up for the high arcing three. Put out the back iron, no good. He went down, no foul called. Ball goes out of bounds. And over to Laurel Highlands. A lot of contact there on the little scrap between Ford and Antoine Black.
Mutual contact,
yes.
So kind of a no call. Good play there by the official.
Uniontown now leading Gateway by a score of 58-45 up in Monroeville as the Colonials force a turnover here on the Mustangs. There's Shymir Wilson coming back. Albert Gallatin down 6 with the basketball, 29-23. 5:10 left here in the third. Wilson going to work. Might have been a carry not called. Resets back to Jason Jackson. With Rice setting the screen, Jackson's been quiet in this game. Has yet to score, Gary. Came in their leading scorer, averaging 21 points a game.
Well, Vecchiola has been very tough on defense for sure.
We'll switch back with Pegg. Baseline far side touch. Ford sending it out on the three. No good. Adam Pegg and another Laurel Highlands rebound. Burton off the deflection. Off and across to Aiden Black. Aiden floater, fouling extended on the right, rattles out. Battle for the loose ball rebound, and they'll get Rice had the rebound. Vecchiola calling for the foul.
It's going to be his third. Just the first team foul of the quarter. And checking in will be Smith and Varney for Burton and Aiden Black.
4:38 left here in the third. Mustangs 29, Colonials 23. Brian Rozak along with Carl Childs. With Gary Frankhouse with Carl Childs behind the camera. Nick Barchak running things for everybody back tonight in our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Have Tony Hanula and Josh Scully on the call.
Nice block again there by Varney.
A block there on Shymir Wilson. Tony and Josh along with Billy Dice up at the Gateway Uniontown game as Caden Smith eyeing the three there. No good off the back iron. Albert Gallatin, good hustle on the rebound, brought down there by Adam Pegg.
It's a lid on it right now for the Mustangs. Just 3 points in the quarter.
Still 29-23. Mustangs by 6. They scored only 5 in the third against Franklin Regional on the Panthers to get away last Friday. And a little scoop and a miss there from Shymir Wilson. Laurel Highlands the rebound. Outlet to Caden Smith. Double teamed on the far side, trying to get out of it. Over to Vecchiola. Good save there, edge of the zone. Floats it back near side to Antoine. That ball hopping everywhere, Gary. What is going on out there? And there's Antoine here on the near side, yeah. Trying to follow it everywhere. Luke Martin up top. He directs traffic. 29-23, getting sloppy here in the third. Martin over to Caden Smith. Wide open spot, up for the three, and he hits it. Caden Smith's first points of the game come from outside the three-point arc here in the third quarter and increase the Mustangs' lead to 9 at 32-23. And boy, they needed that.
Absolutely. He was wide open, and you got to take that shot.
Here's Wilson coming back, and he'll answer back with a quick two on the baseline drive near side. Shymir Wilson, first two of the second half. That's 9 for the game. Colonials back to within 7, down 32-25 as we go under 3 minutes left here in the third. Antoine, some fancy dribbling between defenders. Floater might have been partially blocked there by Jackson.
Too much one-on-one right there.
And Pegg and Jackson play catch. Jackson on it right now. Quick three near wing. It comes up short. Varney the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Touched by Caden Smith and across. Caden now pulls up there high on the right. Bounce pass to Varney, far baseline. Varney had it poked there by Jackson, trying to regain. Foul called. I think it's going to go here on Jackson. So Jason Jackson picking up his first foul of the game. And again, Jackson is yet to score here for Albert Gallatin.
Amazing.
Their leading scorer, averaging 21 points a game.
And coming in is Belt, giving Pegg a break.
And Luke Martin will trigger it in here for the Mustangs into the backcourt to Aiden Black. 2:32 left here in the third. Laurel Highlands the basketball leading by 7. Aiden off to Caden Smith. Caden holds on the far side. Touched on the far side there to Harem on the far elbow. Pressure there by Jackson. Ball comes loose. Picked up again by the Colonials.
Got to be strong with the ball.
Wilson, a little hop step. And a foul called here on the floor on the Mustangs.
That's going to be on Martin. That's his third, I believe.
You're right. Mustangs will watch that the rest of the way. A lot of time left. 2:13 left here in the third. Laurel Highlands a 7-point lead. And the Mustangs will battle Uniontown coming up on Friday. We'll have that game for you here on WMBS. 7:30 tip time, 6:30 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Colonials fighting off the inbounds pass. Jackson trying to get his first points of the game. Might have had a shot altered there by Harem. Goes out of bounds and back to the Mustangs.
Good defense inside that time by the Mustangs. And now checking in for Laurel Highlands will be number 10, Jude Packrone. His first action of the evening.
Aiden Black will trigger it in here for Laurel Highlands. Lead at 7 at 32-25 as we go under 2 minutes left here in the third, and a quick foul.
It's on Ford, his first. Just a team second here in the third.
The Mustangs will trigger it in again with Aiden Black.
Each team with 6 points in the quarter.
Aiden will work it in. Belt watching the trigger man. Gets it to Caden Smith. Home run ball down to Harem. Trying to touch it off to Varney. And we have a foul called here on the floor before the shot.
That's a good foul by Albert Gallatin. Took away the easy layup.
Not playing the advantage in basketball like they do in soccer, Gary.
I think that's a third foul on Rice.
It is. Third team foul, the quarter on the Colonials. The Mustangs almost turn it over there.
There's another turnover.
Harem went for the save. Threw right to Darren Ford of Albert Gallatin. And Ford a little hop step. He couldn't finish. Harem the rebound, and he threw
handed
it right
to Belt.
And Belt puts it up and in. So 4 for Belt. Wow, this has been a sloppy quarter. Mustangs lead by 5. 1:35 left here in the third. Packrone trying to get into Varney. Went through his hands, almost got it back after a hit off of Rice.
Another
for
turnover.
The loose ball, and Jackson finds it there for Albert Gallatin. What is going on?
That is 5 turnovers in the quarter for the Mustangs.
Jackson trying to come free off the Rice screen. He'll take a step back three from the top of the key. It's a 3-ball air ball. And Rice trying to get a save there, out of bounds over to Laurel Highlands. Wow, Mustangs fortunate.
Put a 10 over this circus.
Yes. 1:12 left here in the third. Timeout. I think everybody needs a timeout right now.
Wow.
32-27 Mustangs over the Colonials. 1:12 left here in the third here in the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night. 30-second timeout. Gary will tell you about another one of our fine sponsors.
Let me tell you about Davis & Davis. Since 1976, Davis & Davis, we there have represented people and not insurance companies. Our lawyers have experience in litigating or settling personal injury claims, medical malpractice cases, and wrongful death actions together with domestic, real estate, workers' compensation, estate planning, and estate probate, along with municipal law experience. Throughout decades of work, we at Davis & Davis have successfully represented thousands of cases in local, state, and federal courts. For more information, call us at Davis & Davis at 724-437-2799.
Can the Mustangs hang on here tonight, Gary? They lead by 5 at 32-27. 1:12 left here in the third.
Need to tighten it up, that's for sure. It's been ugly.
Aiden Black to work it in. Touched in there to Harem. Harem out of his own zone.
Just give up the dribble.
Pressure, yep. Caden Smith has it right now over to Aiden.
A lot of jump switches by Albert Gallatin.
Need to hurry across.
Effective.
Almost a 10-second count. Now
Smith
Caden
again.
comes open looking for the three. Halfway down, bounced out. Offensive rebound, Aiden Black will pull it back out to Caden Smith. Thought about the reload. Will float it off on the far side there to Paccarone. Paccarone trying to spin off of Darren Ford. Ford, good defense there and actually tripped up Paccarone. He won't get 2 minutes, but he'll get a personal foul.
That's on Ford, his second. That's the fourth team foul on the Colonials, but just 46 seconds remain in the quarter.
9 shooting, and Paccarone will work it back in here for the Mustangs. 32-27, Laurel Highlands by 5. 44 seconds left here in the third. Caden Smith out of his own zone. Wow. Pressure there by Darnell. Smith able to regain, try to fire it back there, intended for Burton. Deflected off to Aiden Black, and Aiden between defenders. Resets in the corner, Harem high arcing three. It's an air ball. Burton going for the save. He threw it off of Darren Ford, and it will be Laurel Highlands basketball.
Ford was kind of standing out of bounds.
He was out of bounds.
I don't know how that. To relook at that, let's go to the replay.
Yes. Cue it up there, Carl. With 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that'll be next year, Gary can work on getting replay.
Okay.
So we have enough demand to do games around the area. We'll probably get a third crew in. Maybe try to institute replay for next year, too.
We could do it.
Yeah. There's Aiden here high on the left. Watched there by Belt.
Wow, another turnover.
Antoine coughs it up there to Makai Belt.
Belt not even getting chances at the hoop.
Belt driving and missing. Burton the rebound there for Laurel Highlands off to Aiden. Aiden coming right down the lane. He'll scoop it up and in. Mustangs needed that just to settle
under
things
control.
Down.
That's what we need.
7 for Aiden Black. The Mustang lead at 7 after 3 quarters of play. Laurel Highlands 34. Albert Gallatin 27. Here in the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live. North Union Township Recreation Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Rod Landman are proud sponsors of the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. North Union Rec Center wishes the Mustangs and the Lady Mustangs the best of luck this season. For information on the North Union Township Rec Center volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website at northunionreccenter.com. Mustangs lead it by 7.
We'll talk about Sandy Howe Notary Services again. When you're in need of notary services, you don't want the second best. You certainly don't want to have to wait until the next day. So why not go to the best and one open late to meet your needs? Sandy Howe Notary Services on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, voted the best notary in Fayette County in 2024, is ready to help you. Sandy Howe Notary Services open 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Call them at 724-564-8955.
Gateway trying to make a game of it late with Uniontown. They're back within 9 of the Red Raiders at 60-51.
I got 64-54.
Oh, you're right. You're ahead of me. I have 64-52 now as mine just updated with 4 minutes left in the fourth. So I think you have that like direct feed. I'm on the delay feed for some reason.
324. It's 66-57. 54, I'm sorry.
Here it's 34-27 Mustangs over the Colonials as we start the fourth quarter. Albert Gallatin with the basketball.
That was a fun quarter. Both teams with 8.
Yes. A little sloppy as well. Mustangs led 26-19 at halftime. Now lead 34-27 as the Colonials a little miss there, and Antoine Black running back for the Mustangs will kick it out to Aiden. Will spot up for the 3. It's out the back iron, no good. And another loose ball rebound picked up there by Darren Ford, who runs back, sends it off to his right. Makai Belt couldn't get that shot to go. Second attempt on the possession from Jeremiah Darnell, no good. And a jump ball caught off that rebound between Sevi Vecchiola and Ford.
3-point blank shots there for Albert Gallatin. Could not get one of them to go.
So far on the Laurel Highlands side, Antoine Black leading the way with 12. He did not score, though, in that third quarter. His brother Aiden has the basketball right now, working out of the Laurel Highlands zone. Aiden up top. Aiden fouling extended on the right. His shot attempt got blocked into the hands of Makai Belt.
Too much one-on-one.
Jason Jackson forward. Far side, Darren Ford will float it up and in. So Darren Ford now with 6. And Albert Gallatin back to within 5 of Laurel Highlands at 34-29. So we approach the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Luke Martin in traffic. He'll give him the basket and 1.
Strong to the hoop that time, even though dribbled it coast to coast, took it right down the middle. Able to complete the bucket and get the foul.
So that's now 10 for Martin. Can make it 11 here at the free throw line. They have the scoreboard wrong right now. I'll try to get that corrected with 7:01 left here in the fourth. Should be 36 on the Laurel Highlands side.
There it is.
And 29 on the Albert Gallatin side. And the free throw on the way in good for Luca Martin. So Martin with 11.
Now we got the scoreboard correct.
Yes. Mackay Belt has it right now for Albert Gallatin. Out to Jackson looking for his first points of the night. Misses on another three. Rice in the paint. Has it tied up, and they call it jump ball.
That's going to be back to Albert Gallatin.
And the Colonials will send it in here with Shymir Wilson. I have the Uniontown lead over Gateway right now, Gary, at 9 at 66-57 with 3:15 left. Here we have 6:53 left in regulation. Laurel Highlands leads Albert Gallatin by 8 at 37-29. Bounce pass on the inside there from Jackson to Rice. Got deflected back to Jackson. And the fourth personal foul called there on Vecchiola.
Let a lot happen before that call was made, and that's going to be number 4 on Vecchiola, and he's done a great job on Jackson here this evening, holding him scoreless. They're going to take him out right now, and that could be a factor as we move down the final 6.5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
What's interesting, Gary, Jackson averages 21 points a game. Albert Gallatin right now in the early stages of this fourth quarter as a team have scored only 29, and they turn it over here right off the inbounds pass.
37-29. Yes, we are in the fourth quarter.
Yes. As Luke Martin working in here for the Mustangs. Luke into the backcourt to Aiden Black. Aiden watched there by Mackay Belts. Aiden out of his own zone. Mackay's dad, Michael's usually at the games filming all the time.
You're right.
Don't see his camera here today unless it's an area of the gym I don't have a good view of it on, as Aiden Black has that one knocked away from behind there by Belt. And it will be Laurel Highlands basketball. Mustangs will trigger it in. Here in the Albert Gallatin zone. Luke Martin trying to float it into Burton, deflected out of bounds there by Rice. Will again stay with the Mustangs. 6:21 to play.
It's getting a little bit hard to describe, Brian.
Yes. It has been sloppy, and that's being kind. Luke Martin to trigger it in front of the Mustang bench. Bounces it into Tyrone Burton. Holds on the near wing, back to Luke again. You could also say it's good defense, maybe force some of the sloppy play on the offensive side, Gary.
And they're letting him play, that's for sure. And there's another turnover.
Off a little bounce, picked up by Wilson. Will float it back over to Mackay Belt. It's deflected out of bounds by Antoine Black. Will stay with Albert Gallatin here in the Laurel Highlands zone. 6:04 to play. Colonials send it in here high on the left now to Shymir Wilson. Screen set by Rice. Wilson long two up top, off the mark again. Could have been over the back, wasn't called there on Rice. Got an offensive rebound miss from Belt. Rice third attempt on the possession, still no good. They get a fourth look, and they'll get the basket in one here. Jason Jackson finally in the scoring column for Albert Gallatin tonight.
Foul called on Harem, I believe. No, let's see. Yep.
His first.
I don't even, yep.
And the first, check that the second foul called on Laurel Highlands here in the fourth quarter.
Jackson with an opportunity to cut it to 5.
Free throw on the way, but no good. Antoine Black, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Off and across to Aiden. Aiden bouncing to baseline near side. Harem, little ball fake, stays with it. Back to Antoine to get up top. Laurel Highlands the basketball and a 6-point lead. 5:34 left here in regulation. And Mackay Belt forces the turnover on Antoine, who's down. Belt comes back with a quick 2 over Antoine's brother, Aiden. Belt with 6. Albert Gallatin has cut the Laurel Highlands lead to 4. And here we go again, Gary. 5:16 left in the fourth. Can the Mustangs hang on? They'll get a foul call there on Mackay Belt on Aiden Black. This will be the second foul of the quarter called on the Colonials, but Albert Gallatin back to within 4.
And they're feeling the momentum, no doubt.
Gateway to within 7 of Uniontown at 72-65. 1:31 left there in the fourth. Luke Martin works it in here to Aiden Black high on the right. Watched by Mackay Belt. Aiden trying to get around him. Jumper just inside the foul line. No good from Aiden. Offensive rebound, Harem. Resets to Martin. Eyeing up that three. It's in and out. Offensive rebound, though, from Antoine Black, keeping it alive. Mustangs getting some good looks on this possession, Gary.
Just 3 points in the quarter, though, and there goes Ed. Aiden to the hoop.
Aiden between defenders with the finish there. He has 9. Laurel Highlands needed that just to settle things down again. They're up 6 at 39-33. Antoine a little reach in there on Wilson, who comes up limping a little bit right now. He thought he was fouled. He needs to check out. 4:43 left here in the fourth. 39-33 Laurel Highlands.
The guy didn't check in. He just walked on the court.
And Wilson's calling for a trainer. Now he's going to have Darnell
Peg did not go to the table. He just walked on the court in place for Wilson.
They're letting it go, and Martin trying to force a turnover, and it was. Oh, I thought that was last touch there.
Wow.
By Peg going out. That was pretty clear. Peg was the last to touch it there, Gary.
Man.
They're going to give Albert Gallatin the basketball.
Once again, we need the replay.
Colonials get a reprieve. They're going to go way deep into the backcourt there for Jason Jackson. Now the screen set up top. Jackson off to his right. Over to Peg. Back to Jackson again. Jackson trying to spin off of Aiden Black. A little touch foul called here on Aiden on the floor. Just his first.
I think at another minute you got to get Vecchiola back in the game to defend on Jackson.
I agree. 4:26 to play. Peg floats it back over to Jason Jackson. Watch there by Antoine.
He's looking to try to take over.
Try to set the screen, illegal screen, moving screen there from Xavier Rice. His 4th personal foul.
And that's, I think, the 3rd team foul on Albert Gallatin. Both teams with 3 fouls.
You have Rice with 4 on the Albert Gallatin side. Vecchiola with 4 on the Laurel Highlands side.
Foul line could be a key as we get down here to the final 4 minutes.
Plenty of timeouts left. Albert Gallatin still has their full complement of 5. Laurel Highlands has 3 to work with if they're needed here late. And Aiden Black bringing it across here for Laurel Highlands. Aiden left to the lane. Aiden stopping, pulling back to Luke Martin. Back in the corner, Antoine spotting up for the 3. It rattles out. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound won there again by Xavier Rice. Now a quick whistle.
Foul on Aiden.
Aiden Black, wow. So 2 quick ones there for Aiden.
And the next one will put the Mustangs over the bonus.
I think we're going to have some free throws here down the stretch, Gary. You have 14 fouls on the Mustangs, 3 on Albert Gallatin, 3:57 left. 6-point lead for Laurel Highlands, 2-possession game. As the Colonials have the basketball, working left to right as we described. Be brought across here by Adam Peg. Watched by Luke Martin. Martin, good pressure defense. And on the inside, laying it up and in there, Jason Jackson. So Jackson, a pair of field goals here in the 4th quarter, has 4 points. Albert Gallatin back to within 4 of Laurel Highlands at 39-35. Off the inbounds pass here goes to Aiden Black. And Aiden gets out, and we're going to add 1 in the process. Just kind of threw it up. It went down for Aiden Black.
Wow.
That's 11 for Aiden. Have an opportunity to make it 12 for the game here at the free throw line and increase the Laurel Highlands lead to 6 at 41-35 with 3:32 left here in the 4th.
Foul was on Darnell, just his 2nd, but that's the 4th team foul for the Colonials too, so both teams will be in the bonus with the next fouls.
Aiden, free throw, good. So Aiden Black, 5 here in the 4th, 12 for the game. 42-35, Laurel Highlands, 3:29 to play. Back on the other side, far block, Darren Ford is fouled. So Ford will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Albert Gallatin. The foul will go on the Mustangs, Nico Harem. And that'll be his 2nd. That's the 15th foul in Laurel Highlands. Was in the act, but even if it wasn't, AG would be shooting. And it's Darren Ford headed to the line, who's 2 for 2 so far in this game. Ford taking his time with Albert Gallatin down 7. First of 2 free throws good for Darren Ford.
This last 3 minutes and 26 seconds could take about a half an hour, Brian.
Especially with a lot of free throws. Ford for a 2nd of 2. Mustang lead at 6, now down to 5 as Ford connects. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
Looks like Uniontown's going to win 79-71 with 22 seconds remaining.
Gateway making that a game late. Aiden Black out of his own zone. 3:22 left in the fourth here. Bounces down to Varney. Got rejected from behind. Ball comes loose. Aiden, nice save. And Aiden will just throw it up. Missed out the front of the rim.
Would have been better served to bring that back out.
And Darnell pulled down the rebound for Albert Gallatin. Colonials back on it, down 5 at 42-37. 3:05 left here in the fourth. And spinning back, but missing there is Jackson. High rebound in traffic, pulled down by Nico Harum of Laurel Highlands. Off and across to Aiden Black, who drives back and scoops it up and in. Aiden Black.
7 in the quarter.
14 for the game. Mustangs back up 7 at 44-37. And we'll get a timeout. 2:47 left in regulation, taken there by Spencer Mackey. Laurel Highlands 44, Albert Gallatin 37 here in the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurances are accepted. Experienced therapists, convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access at 724-437-7500.
You look at Uniontown with their win over Gateway tonight, Gary, really taking firm control of the section right now. The Red Raiders at 5-0 in conference play, opening up a 2-game lead over Gateway, who could have actually tied Uniontown for the conference lead and would have had the tiebreaker going in. Of course, Uniontown also that head-to-head over Latrobe. The Red Raiders just having to play Laurel Highlands, who they'll take on Friday, and Franklin Regional coming up next Tuesday to finish off the first half of the conference season. 82-73 was that final tonight.
So that's, as you said, an impressive win, and they'll have the Mustangs on Friday.
In 6:30, Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 7:30 tip-off on Friday night. That game at Uniontown High School.
Get your tickets now.
I think they're sold out already, Gary.
I'm sure they are.
They put them on sale, I think, yesterday, and they went like hotcakes, from what I understand.
Have to go on StubHub or something.
Yeah, there's Shamir Wilson up top. AG down 7, down at 2:35 left here in the fourth. Pulling it back to Darren Ford. Up top, a touch from Adam Pegg. Screen set there from Darnell. AG needs to get it going right now. Gary down 7. Laurel Highlands looking for the first section win in almost 2 years. But Jackson helps the Albert Gallatin cause there. A little drive, spin and a make. He has 6. Lead down to 5. Mustangs almost a little sloppy there through center. Aiden Black stays with. We get a whistle and a foul called here on the floor.
That's going to put Black to the line, I believe.
Tom Trilly making the call. It'll be the 5th team foul on Albert Gallatin and the second personal on Jason Jackson. So both teams shooting 2 the rest of the way. Aiden Black, 2 of 3 from the free throw line so far in this game. He scored 14 points. First of 2 here up on the way and good. I think we're going to see a lot of free throws here, Gary, in the final 2:11. Laurel Highlands lead now up to 6 at 45-39.
Do I want to say it? Aiden Black 3 for 4 at the line. And you said 50% coming in.
Yeah, 18 of 34 is 53% coming in. Second of 2 free throws here. Good again for Aiden Black. That's now 9 here in the fourth. 16 for the game for Aiden. The Mustang lead at 7. 2:05 to play. And that's going to be a travel left of the lane there on Mackay Belt.
That's a crucial turnover with 2:03 to go. And the Mustangs now up by 7.
Laurel Highlands trying to close it out. Luke Martin to work
Need
it
to move. Call timeout.
High feed. He turns it over. Through right to Jason Jackson. Comes back on the inside for an easy 2. Can't afford to give that up. Jackson.
Well, Luke Martin can move on that baseline. He needs to create an angle. He's standing in one spot there at the F on Phillies, and he needs to create an angle by running the baseline and give himself an easier pass.
Timeout, John Smith of the Mustangs. 1:54 to play. Laurel Highlands 46, Albert Gallatin 41 here in the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night. Bad hair day. I always have those, Gary. Bad day at the office. Bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance that stays put until you change your car, driver, or your address, plus seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about. Your local Erie agent, Uniontown and Ross Draper Township, is the Sprouse Insurance Group at 724-437-9812 or go to Sprouseinsurance.com. Erie rate lock is not guaranteed. Continue insurance coverage and not available in all states.
The North Union Township Recreational Center and the supervisors, Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Ron Landman, are proud sponsors of the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team and the Phillies also. The North Union Rec Center is a place where you can find volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues. Please phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website at northunionreccenter.com.
Hey, they're the Lady Mustangs these days, Gary. Get with the times.
Well, it still says Phillies on the court.
Talk to Coach Stu Davis and the team. They're the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, I know.
Like that. Yes, the next court redesign there. I'll get that changed.
Yeah.
46-41.
Surprised they didn't tape over it or something.
Or tape off the Phillies on the jerseys and put Lady Mustangs on. 46-41, the Mustangs over the Colonials here. 1:54 to play Laurel Highlands basketball. Aiden Black to work it in. Into brother Antoine. Antoine into the forecourt on the far side. Watch there by Belts.
Went off his
Antoine
foot.
Turns it over. Belt says thank you very much. Mackay Belt comes back. Missed on the layup. Jackson going for the cleanup. No good. But third attempt on the possession. Ring it up, Darren Ford. It's a three-point game. One possession game. Mustangs 46. Colonials 43. 1:32 to play. Quick whistle and a foul called here on Albert Gallatin. The Mustangs would go to the line. And Gary, how many times have we seen this recently? Laurel Highlands a fourth quarter lead. They're trying to hang on. They're up 3 right now at 46-43. 1:32 to play.
Important foul shots this time for Luke Martin.
Martin first of 2 here, up on the way and good. He's solid. Martin now 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Actually came in, Gary, 14 of 16, 88% for the season.
Best foul shooter the Mustangs have.
Lead at 4. Second free throw from Martin. No good. You put the eyes on him there.
I sure did.
And a quick foul called here off the rebound. That would be it for Vecchiola.
And he's going to put the Colonials at the line. And I think that's it for Vecchiola.
Yeah, not only does he foul out, you have Albert Gallatin shooting free throws on the other side with 1:31 left in the
clock stopped. Wow.
So Vecchiola's gone. Mustangs lead by 4. And it looks like it's going to be Xavier Rice, who's also out there with 4 personal fouls, shooting free throws for Albert Gallatin. This one coming right down to the wire. If you were watching the Uniontown Gateway game, we welcome you aboard. Laurel Highlands trying to hang on and pick up their first section win in almost 2 years as Xavier Rice misses on the first of 2 free throws. And it's been pretty nip and tuck most of the way, even though the Mustangs jumped on the Colonials early, led 15-5 after 1 quarter of play. Albert Gallatin cut that lead to 26-19 at halftime, and the Mustangs led 34-27 after 3, and a pair of missed free throws now here from Rice. Battle for the loose ball rebound. It was picked up there by Rice by Belt, and a timeout taken by the Albert Gallatin bench with 1:28 to play. So Laurel Highlands 47, Albert Gallatin 43 here, Gary, on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there is something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first, and we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellence in sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference, because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Laurel Highlands 47, Albert Gallatin 43. If you're looking for a dentist, Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, is over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offers a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Laurel Highlands Mustangs a great season.
Here we go. 1:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs by 4, but Albert Gallatin with possession.
Colonials will send it in with Jason Jackson, the trigger man, from the Colonials bench. Gets it into Shymir Wilson, who scored 9 points in this game. Wilson has it here high on the right with the screen set by Rice. Wilson on the inside, kicks in the corner there over to Belt. Belt back on the inside. Floater no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Belt gets his own rebound. Missed on the putback. Third attempt again on the possession. Shot with the left hand. No good. Darren Ford. And finally a Mustang rebound. Picked up by Aiden Black. Aiden races back. Gets fouled. And converts in the process.
Huge bucket by Aiden Black. Strong to the board. Fouled there by Jason Jackson. Give Aiden the hoop. And the foul.
Aiden, 11 here in the fourth, 18 for the game. The Mustang lead at 6. Not over yet, Gary, but a two-possession game at 49-43. 1:03 left here in the fourth. Now the free throw from Aiden Black on the way and good. So Aiden Black, now 12 here in the fourth, 19 for the game. And the Mustangs lead by 7. Three-possession game with 1:03 to play. Can we welcome you folks on the radio side that are just joining us as well. Laurel Highlands leading Albert Gallatin 50-43. Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhauser. Carl Childs behind the camera. Quick three up top. No good. Jason Jackson. Offensive rebound brought down. Missing there on the putback, Xavier Rice. And on the far side, Antoine Black pulls down the rebound for the Mustangs, and he's fouled. It'll be Jason Jackson committing the foul.
That's his third. It's going to put Antoine at the line with 46 seconds to go and a 7-point advantage. So a three-possession game with 46 seconds to go. And Antoine at the line has been 76% for the season. This is his second opportunity at the line. He did miss one in the third quarter.
So Antoine taking his time. Mustangs up 7, make it 8. As Antoine Black makes the free throw. So 13 for Antoine Black. And Laurel Highlands trying to end this almost 2-year, Gary, conference losing streak.
You putting the eyes on them again?
I'm looking for a Mustang win tonight. See if we can get it here. They're up 8. Make it 9 as Antoine drains another free throw. 14 for Antoine. 52-43 Mustangs. Darren Ford looking over to the bench to Spencer Mackey on the near side. Now Ford puts up a floater, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Found there by Aiden Black. Up to brother Antoine, and now Laurel Highlands playing a little four corners here, trying to kill the clock. Antoine got it off to Aiden, who's fouled with 29.1 left.
And that's going to put Aiden at the line again. He is 5 for 6 at the line here this evening. And that's the 5th foul on Jackson. I only had him for 4, but they have him for 5.
Scoreboard has him for 5.
Yeah.
I had him for only 4 as well, Gary, so we missed one along the way somewhere. That's a big foul as well. Again, Jackson, one of the stories coming in was Albert Gallatin's leading scorer, averaging 21 points a game, and Laurel Highlands held him without a basket until the fourth quarter.
And scored 8 here in the fourth as Aiden really improving his foul shooting percentage this evening.
A 5 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Aiden has scored 20 points in this game. Make it 21 as he drains both free throws here. Lead now at 54-43 for the Mustangs. 24 seconds left. Quick three from the outside, no good. Shymere Wilson. And a battle for the loose ball rebound. Varney able to find it over to Antoine Black. I think, Gary, that's just going to about do it here. Over to Aiden. He'll take an uncontested 2. And Aiden now with 23 points in this game. Make it 56-43. Mustangs over the Colonials. And AG's not even going to inbound the basketball.
Wow.
So the Mustangs will win it here by 13, 56-43. Certainly much closer than that throughout much of the contest. Laurel Highlands picking up their first conference win in almost 2 years, improving to 4-9 overall, 1-4 in the conference. Albert Gallatin dropping to 7-5 overall, 2-3 in conference play. Stay tuned for our post-game show, being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy. Now in the Health First Medical Building, our Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Reconnect on the radio side for our post-game show. Mustangs 56, Colonials 43, here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
WMPS.
Hey, we'll just join you here for the post-game.
Okay, thanks.
And an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, Give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports teams and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Brian Rozak and Gary Frankhauser back here on our post-game show, brought to you by Farvana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now in the Health First Medical Building, on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs pick up their first conference win of the season, 56-43 over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Gary has your post-game stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Thanks again, Brian. And Albert Gallatin Colonials, as you said, with their 43 points, 5 in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 8 in the third, and 16 in the fourth for their total of 43. Scoring individually for Albert Gallatin, Shamir Wilson with 9, Jason Jackson with 8, all in the fourth quarter. Makai Belt with 6, Jeremiah Darnell 1 for 2 from the line. Xavier Rice with 4 points, Adam Pegg with 5, and Darren Ford with 10 to lead the Albert Gallatin Colonials off the bench. Colonials were 8 for 13 from the line. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 15 in the first, 11 in the second, 8 in the third, and 22 points in the fourth quarter for their total of 56 points and the victory. Individual scoring for the Mustangs, Luke Martin with 9, 2 3-pointers, and 2 for 3 from the line. Antoine Black with 14, just 2 for 3 from the line, but he had his damage in the first half, having 12 in the first half. Caden Smith with a 3-pointer for his 3. Sevi Vecchiola for a 2 points in the second quarter. Aiden Black leading the way for the Mustangs, 16 points in the fourth quarter for his total of 23. He was 6 for 6 from the line in the fourth quarter, 7 for 8 for the entire game. And Tyrone Burton with 2 points. He had 2 foul shots in the first quarter, rounding out the scoring for the Mustangs. Of importance there, Brian, the Mustangs were 13 for 16 from the line.
Yeah, very impressive down the stretch, and you like that point production as well in the fourth quarter.
22 points, their highest point, and a lot of those coming from the foul line. 6 for Aiden Black at the line, 2 for Antoine Black at the line, and 2 for Luke Martin. So that was a total of 10 points at the line.
Gary, who do you like for our players of the game? Brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
Well, for the Mustangs, Aiden Black was the man. He carried them in the fourth quarter, not only handling the ball, but coming through with those clutch free throws for his 23 points on the evening. He's got to be our player of the game.
And we're back with a final word from Laurel Highlands High School in just a moment. Mustangs defeat the Colonials 56-43 here tonight in our postgame show, brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Peachin Pharmacy has moved to the lower level of the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville and is now Farmana Pharmacy. Farmana Pharmacy offers free prescription delivery to Uniontown, Connellsville, and all over the area 5 days a week. When you call Farmana Pharmacy, you'll never talk to machines. You'll have real friendly people ready to help you. Phone 724-626-9600 for the new Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now located at the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person at 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated approximately 300 civil and criminal trials, some of which aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, 724-425-1162, or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus savings.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Back one final time from Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs have knocked out the Albert Gallatin Colonials 56-43 tonight. And hopefully, Gary, a little bit of a springboard maybe for the Mustangs, kind of get the ball rolling, especially over the second half of the conference season.
Well, certainly can do nothing but increase their confidence, that's for sure. They were able to right the ship, so to speak, in the fourth quarter, something they haven't been able to do throughout this year, and have to give them credit after that third quarter where both teams were kind of helter-skelter, just scoring 8 points each. The Mustangs coming through with 22 points and being very successful from the foul line in the fourth.
Albert Gallatin will try to bounce back. They'll host Franklin Regional coming up on Friday. There'll be a 6:30 start down in York Run. And on the Laurel Highlands side, certainly a tough game coming up on Friday as well. They'll travel to Uniontown to take on the Red Raiders. Uniontown an 82-73 win over Gateway tonight in a game you heard here on WMBS.
Absolutely. Uniontown's a very difficult out for any team in the WPIAL at this point, and it'll be the same task for the Mustangs come Friday.
And again, you can join us for that game. Special extended Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 6:30. Opening tip set for 7:30 from Uniontown High School on Friday night, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. Gary, enjoyed working with you. Your final thoughts here tonight?
Well, Mustangs pull off the win in front of the home crowd, and let's hope that we'll see some more of that as we move into the second half of the season.
I have to thank Carl Childs behind the camera, Gary Frankhauser, my broadcast partner, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. This is Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score for Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands Mustangs, a 56-43 win over the Albert Gallatin Colonial. So, everybody.
2-hour delay.
Yes, 2-hour delay for Laurel Highlands tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Bye.
Uniontown, you've seen pressure.